Capricorn, this is Just with your March 1st to the 15th, 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Capricorn, you or someone else significant in your life. I feel like there's like trying to get yourself out of hot water. You know, some of you are pregnant, okay? And you have done amazing throughout all three of your trimesters. And I feel like you was drinking your water, you were eating very healthy, like you were just the epitome of, you know, the best pregnant woman, let's say, or your mate was, if this is men listening. But I feel like some type of hasty move you've made, and now you may find yourself going to the doctor, having to be on bed rest. You know, it could bring down early labor is what I'm getting. And now having to kind of stabilize your levels or stabilize some things harmonically, if I'm saying that correctly, to get you back on track. Now, if this does relate to you, you'll be fine. So don't worry. But if this does relate to you, but I do feel like out of some hastiness, you may put yourself in a bit of a pickle. Now, others of you, I feel that you may have felt like life has been doing really well for you the past 3 years, the last 3 months. Things have been kind of working fine. And now all of a sudden, it's like things are kind of starting to get a bit rocky for some of you. Okay. I mean, you do have Saturn transiting you. For some of you, it has brought an immense amount of success out of nowhere. Like, you know, like a lot of your comeuppings, and you didn't feel those strong effects of Saturn that it hits every other sign. But it seems like some of you are going to start to feel those effects of Saturn. And you may have found, you may have had to make a decision to leave someplace because it's not the best for you. You went someplace prematurely. You acted out in a way that was prematurely. And now you're being told that you have to kind of like go back. So if you move someplace, it's like, no, you can't come here. I'm almost like feeling like you're getting thrown out someplace. Some of you could have literally been thrown out, physically been thrown out somewhere, or figuratively, like a judgment came and it's like you have to go back to this place to face the music. You have to, you know, right a wrong. Like there's this out of the blue circumstance that you have to kind of like make restitution. So pay something, go back to some place to fight something, to receive a judgment. You may get a letter in the mail that comes in really quickly that says, hey, if you lived in this state, now you have to come here and answer this judgment against you, you know, and you may not know exactly what to do. How do I get time off from work? You know, how much money is this going to cost me? So there's some form of that, which could have something to do with family, which could have something to do with something that you haven't really been dealing with. It's something that some of you guys aren't dealing with something. You're keeping something a secret. You're hiding behind something. I feel like you're almost trying to protect someone is what I'm getting as well. And I feel that, excuse me, someone at your job may get fired, and unbeknownst to you, you may not find out for a whole, like the end of the day. It's like, what? When did they get fired? This morning. What? I didn't even know. Or 8 days later, it's like, what happened to so-and-so? Like, they got fired. They left. Like, they don't work here anymore. Like, what? Like, some of you guys are just lost in the sauce in the month of March, but you're really trying to focus on your own issues and your own problems. And something may go over your head. I just get something. You don't understand the severity of something, you know. Now, as far as I do feel like for others of you on a positive note, there is this aspect of things coming in for you. Things opening up for you. You may find that, hey, I got an answer and I could come in and I can interview with this place. I've gotten a job offer where I want to live, because I feel like it's something about wanting to move back home, wanting to move someplace or move away from home. If home was stressful, you want to move away. If this new place is stressful, you want to move back home. But there is wanting to just go back to a calmer, simpler, energy and an environment, because you feel like you're feeling very emotional and very unstable. Your emotions are very, very unstable. And I feel that there is a need to stick with, like, you're trying your best to make things work, even though the reality is that something is not working. But you guys are not necessarily going to give up. You're not going to give up. You may not tell anyone the hell that you're going through. Like, I get suffering in silence, and I definitely want that to be your tagline if I can remember. But there is an element of suffering in silence that Capricorns are going through, or someone in your life is. So, check in with family. Although I get your family's they're kind of okay, but check in with your family. Some of you may feel like you're against family, or family is against you. But I feel like if there's been a problematic situation with family, things can get back on track. You do want things to get back on track. Again, you do not want to disconnect from your family. You'll do whatever it takes for things to get back on track with your family and make things right. Some of you possibly left your home and all you want to do is go back home, but you may feel like going back home is going back into a bunch of drama, and you don't want that. This time around, it may be different for a lot of you. It may not be that this time around. Okay. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Yeah. So you have Aries in your fourth house, which we have a lot of things going into the fourth house. So it makes sense that home is where the heart is right now, that you may feel like home is your safe haven. So if some of you, it's been a while that you called your family, I feel family. So for those of you, it may be anyone in your family, but I get a collective, like mother and father, grandparents, like it's a collective of people. This may be the time that you can initiate making the wrongs right. Someone is going to be there, or people. I feel you may find that family is trying to, again, reach out to you. Don't be so defensive and feel that you can't trust them. Don't feel that you can't talk to someone and lay your burdens down, because I do feel like you're suffering in silence, and there is an element of needing to lay your burdens down. And if you do that, you'll feel stronger emotionally to disconnect from whatever that pains you. And you'll have, I get 3 people that will be there to rally around you and be your safe haven, Capricorn. So do that. This is like a PSA for you guys. Now, finances, I do feel like although there's going to be this huge change in your finances, some of you, money will start to get back on track exponentially. So I get, for some of you, the wheel is going up and the wheel is going down. And I don't have the wheel of fortune, but the way my cards are laying out, there's just like this out of the blue situation. And mind you, we do have Aries still, going through the latter part of Uranus, and it's about to be Aries season. So I get this more in Aries season, that you guys are going to find money kind of being up and down. Money kind of, for some of you, it's going to be an upswing, and then it's going to be down. And so I do feel like, again, you always have your family to lean on to. You always have family. I get someone in your family. Some of you, your colleagues, may be your family. It may not be the traditional aspect of family, even though I do get traditional aspects of family will be the ticket for you. Others of you may come in the way of a work family. But for those of you that is work, it's someplace that you've worked there a long time. Like you know these people, you've seen them raise their children, and they're now grandparents and all of that stuff. It's like that type of work family. Okay. Others of you may be moving because you're starting a new job with a new home. So I do see all of this newness happening. You may not even have told anyone that, hey, I'm moving. I just closed on a house. Yeah, I'm going to move. Or someone may look around and be like, what are you doing here? I didn't know that you were going to be here. It's a surprise. It's like, yeah. Then like, well, when are you going back home? It's like, well, actually, I'm moving. I've moved. I live here now. So it could be so like you're literally moving back home and have told no one. And I do feel like it's going to be met with happiness and joy, but you're not telling the people why you really left. You're not telling them, the problems that you were going through. And some of you were losing money, and you just got fired, and all hell was breaking loose, and now you're trying to like run for cover is what I get. So the tagline may be run for cover, or the other one, which is what I don't even remember at this point. Run for cover or suffering in silence. Love. Again, you guys, things were working out really great in love. I feel that you guys some of you, possibly Capricorn men, you had a second thought, changing plans, and now you want to get away from a situation that you got yourself involved in. You may still be juggling with this decision of like, do I stay? Do I not stay? You can leave now. This is your opportunity. If some of you were feeling like you couldn't leave in the past and you felt so stagnant, whatever this circumstance that happened in your life that kind of came out of the blue is putting you in a place now that you could say, okay, I could go. You could leave now, but you're conflicted. You don't know if you want to leave. You don't know you want to stay. You could have just recently broke up with someone and you feel like, okay, but this is a breakup situation. This is your opportunity to completely break up with this person. But part of you wants to work it out, especially if you're a Capricorn woman. He wants to definitely work things out, even though you just had to toss him out or he just up and disappeared. Now he wants to work things out. This is the, month of Mercury retrograde. So it does make sense that someone wants to come back home, come back to your home, or come back to a proverbial being of home, which is you. They feel comfortable at home with you. So I do see that someone wanting to start new, get back in the household. Exes, specifically, if you live together, if you were married, they want to work things out is what I get. They are hiding things, so keep that in mind. You guys, too, are not sure exactly what you want to do with a person. I don't feel like a lot of you will be extending your home to anyone. I feel that there's going to be like not saying anything. Like, I'm not even going to answer you. Just not even making yourself available. Like, whatever the hell is going on with somebody, you don't even care. It's like, la, la, la. Like, anyway, oh, really? Okay. Like, it's like you don't even care. So I feel that with love, if you want to leave, this is your opportunity. You are conflicted. The person wants to work out things with you. You may be not telling people that you're suffering in silence. You may not be ready to tell this person either way what you want to do. Okay. Or you're lying to them and not telling them exactly what you're going to do. Okay. Again, you can turn to family. That is a safe haven. Those are people that won't tell your secrets. They won't, make sure you go to the right family members, of course. But, there is some people in your family that will uphold you, will be there for you. I get 3. Others of you, I feel that some of you could have decided to take a trip, or you're planning to take a trip. You made the decision to take a trip. You're not really sure if financially, if you can pay it. So you may find yourself working a lot, taking on another job, taking on extra hours so that you can go on this trip. There may be a complete family trip. I get a family outing, a family reunion, a family trip of some sort you want to take, you want to do. And I do see that you may be almost like a surprise. They don't know if you're going to show up. They don't even know that if you're like the man of the house. I get this for Capricorn men. You may be making plans to take the family on a trip. No one is the wiser. You're putting in a whole lot of hours just because of that specific reason. As far as, and that's what I have for you guys for the remainder of your 2 weeks, or not remainder, I'm sorry, the first 2 weeks of March. I hope that this has been helpful. For those of you who would like to leave a comment, please do so in the comment section below. If you would like a personal with me, I can reach in the description box below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. I've literally, these past couple of readings have been getting my outro wrong, so that's why I'm laughing. But if you're new, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. There it goes. Take care, Capricorn.